This is the TJ Show. A little earlier we were talking about how there seems to be this trend. People are just blatantly talking on speakerphone in so many public places.
Yep.
There's even a sign that went up in a train saying, hey, get your people off speakerphone. It's rude. Hey, Nikki, in Hollywood, South Carolina, what did you do?
My husband calls me the society police because if somebody's going to act like a jerk in public, I'm going to act like a bigger jerk and tell you about it.
Oh, boy.
I'm not
okay.
even kidding. I was at Publix last week, and there's this guy, old guy, on speakerphone talking about how he has diarrhea and his wife has hemorrhoids to someone else. And this lady and I look at each other like, is he kidding? So he goes on and on and on. And finally, I tapped him on the shoulder, and he's like, yes. And I was like, you are disgusting. I was like, the woman on the other line was like, what, on speakerphone? She was mortified.
Wait, hold
I
on.
don't care.
Nikki, did you have to call him
great.
disgusting?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
don't want
there
to
you
hear
go.
about that.
That's
He
solved.
was talking
That's
about
fair.
how disgusting it was, too.
Especially at a grocery
He
store.
was talking about how gross it was, too.
Okay, so you just joined in on the conversation.
Yeah, and kind of was like, if you're going to do speakerphone in the middle of the grocery store, then this is a group chat, isn't it?
Good point.
Well, hey, you're just trying to build community there in the local grocery store. And Nikki, you know
Absolutely.
what? We definitely need some bold people like you to help correct some of the things that people are afraid to talk about. And it is rude, I think, objectively, to just have any conversation, never mind that one, where you're just on speakerphone, not paying attention to anyone else around you.
Yeah, it's beyond rude. I used to be a server, and if someone was on the phone, I would purposely avoid them, and they'd be waving at me and everything else, and then they'd finally get off the phone and be like, I was trying to place an order, and I didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
Nice.
No.
So good.
Wow, Nikki,
Nope.
you're a force to be reckoned with.
I love it.
I am kind of tough. My daughter will tell you.
We love you. You have a safe day out there. Be careful who you're confronting today,
Yeah,
okay?
you're great. Take care of yourself.
I will pick and choose. Y'all have a great day.
You too. There she is, Nikki.
Bye.
Hollywood, South Carolina, on the TJ Show.
Have a good day.
Another call coming in about this. Jenny in Green Bay.
Well, I'm a hairdresser, and I get annoyed when people answer their phone while I'm cutting their hair. And then have a full-on conversation and don't even tell them they're getting a haircut.
Yeah, I always love that time with my barber or my hairdresser, and you get to learn a little bit about them. And you don't really have to think very much. Usually they do the talking. Like, don't you incite conversation often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be in the middle of a conversation, and their phone rings, and they're like, oh, I got to get this real quick.
Oh, yeah, and then you got to,
Really?
like, cut around there. You're like, can you take it off your ear for a
Right.
second?
Well, some of them put it on speaker, like you were saying.
Jenny, we really appreciate you listening to our show. Thank you for turning your radio on.
Thank you.
Thanks
All
for calling.
Yep, have a good day.
Bye.
Nicole in Webster, New York. You wanted to weigh in on this too?
Well, I work in a restaurant, and it is just so rude to everybody else, including me, as I'm like trying to communicate with my guests and everyone else, and there's just people very loud on speakerphone too, talking about things that we probably shouldn't even hear or know about.
Okay, wait, tell me
And
one of
it's
those
just-
things. What are one of those things?
One of them, I heard this lady talking about how her husband was cheating on her and she was ready to go beat up the mother-in-law.
Oh.
The weirdest stuff. And it's like everyone is looking around like, should she be saying this? I have heard so much. That's all people do anymore. And it's just so loud. It's like, can you just put the phone to your ear or even step outside? Because they act like you're interrupting them. If you, God forbid, you walk over and introduce yourself and ask if they would like something to drink, it's like put their finger up like, excuse me, I'm on the phone. It's like, yeah, clearly I hear that.
Right.
How bizarre is it? Like, what does it say about where we're at as human beings that you go out to a restaurant, which used to be present in the restaurant, and you are so desperate to remain connected to your phone that you're, first of all, sacrificing everyone's peace, but also you can't disconnect from your phone for one meal? Really?
Everybody is just so entitled these days, as if everybody deserves to do everything and anything they want, and with no cares about what's going on around you or what anybody else has going on, you know? And that's in every aspect of life these days. And it is so stressful. But I love what I do. I truly do. So I don't let it discourage me, and I just continue to do it. But what irritates me the most is the people on speakerphone.
No, that's fair.
Well,
I get you.
and Nicole, you sound lovely, by the way. I've loved talking to you. Have we all loved talking to
Yes.
Nicole?
Thank you.
Well, listen, Nicole, you can be the change that is clearly needed in communities. You just keep being yourself, ask people questions. You know what I do? I see people on the street, they look like they're miserable. I go, hey, how are you? And they look shocked that someone dared to say
Right.
something to them.
Yeah.
First of all, kind of fun. And second of all, sometimes you get into these
Right.
conversations that are really life-giving. Unexpectedly, people have these whole worlds inside of them.
Yes, I hold the door an extra minute while
Yes.
someone's walking up. Is that, oh, wow, thank you so much. That was so nice. Like something so little. If you see somebody can't reach something in the store, grab it down for them. I'm tall, so that's usually what I have to do.
I would be asking you for help.
Did I get on your shoulders?
yeah, and I
seriously.
don't mind.
Hey, Nicole.
It's just little things.
Of course.
Yeah.
You have a great day, and we really appreciate you listening to the show.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
turning your radio on.
Thanks so much.
We've got Jordan in South Carolina. Hey, Jordan.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Tell me, what is the most exciting part of your life right now?
Probably my two kids. I got a daughter who just turned 3
Hey,
January,
Nice.
and I had a son. Yeah, thank you. I had a son that was born in November. Me and my wife, we have a good partnership going. So we kind of have each other's backs when one of us is dragging.
cool.
That's good.
You looking for excuses to hang out with your wife a lot?
Oh, absolutely. I love, my wife is my support system. She's really supported everything that I've ever done in life, and
Oh,
yeah, she's my best friend.
well, isn't that great,
That's
Jada?
beautiful.
That's really cool. What are you doing? Like, what's your life look like that you need all that support?
Well, I was in the food service industry for a little bit, about 7 years of my adult life, and then obviously I bought a hardware supply franchise of the company, and now it's grinding it out, just trying to build relationships with my customers and make sure that I'm impacting them in the right way.
What was the transition from restaurant to hardware store?
Yeah, so I was at Waffle House, and we
Hello.
have to be very mechanically inclined. So we were always, obviously 24/7 operation. We were working on grills, toasters, waffle makers, the lights, random things would happen, and obviously you have to have some kind of know-how or want-to-know-how attitude. And so, the transition as far as the mechanical inclination was easy. Numbers are numbers regardless of the business. Obviously, people are people regardless of the business.
Yeah. Must have felt exciting when Jordan got the call. Waffle irons down. We need Jordan. And you'd come in. You're like, I got it, guys. We need more waffles.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. You never know. I mean, I had 9 units and helped my team as needed.
That's incredible. And that's such a great example of there are no small things. It's so cool that you did a great job with whatever you had to do, and you kept stepping up within Waffle House, and then it actually inspired this whole new career trajectory. But if it wasn't for that experience, you wouldn't have even known you liked this stuff.
100%. You never know what the next door may hold. Obviously, opportunities are limitless. It's just about what you do when you seize the day and kind of make it the best of it.
I love it. Well, keep up the great work. Jordan, we appreciate you listening to our show.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me. Y'all have a great day.
You take care.
too. Later, Jordan.
Bye.
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 Hey, Alicia.
Hi, DJ.
So you heard me, I was sharing a story, and I didn't do it, by the way, but I was on a plane, and I saw a guy in front of me. He was on his iPad. He was watching some shows, and he goes to his system preferences, and his full name is there. So I was curious. I Googled him. I just wanted to know, who is this
Very
guy?
weird.
Yeah, I didn't follow up. I said maybe we'd try to have him on the show. I'm just going to drop it. But Alicia, this reminded you of a story that you wanted to share.
Yeah, so I was on a plane and I had a little bit of a cough, and there was this family that was sitting around us, and the teenage kids were sitting in front of me, and I could see her Snapchat because she was like kind of holding it up and taking pictures of herself with a mask on, and her friend was like, "Why are you wearing a mask?" And she replied back, "Because the fat B word behind me is coughing."
And I saw it, and I said something to the parents. I was like, hey, you should probably teach your kids some manners to not be talking negatively about people. And they're like, well, why are you even looking at her phone? I was like, well, she's kind of holding it up. I'm like, it's not like I'm peeking my eyes through the crack.
Yeah.
She's holding it up in the air to take a picture.
Wow.
First of all, kudos to you for saying something. And I feel so disappointed in the parents for not just taking accountability for the actions of their child and correcting their child, but instead blaming you. And it's like, no, your child still said these words. They should still be reprimanded for it.
Yeah, and it was like they acted like I was in the wrong, A, for coughing, and B, for looking at their kid's phone.
This is where we're at. Like, everyone needs to report on everything going on around them. But it looks like we have something in common, Alicia. We're kind of curious what people are up to on their screens. And especially in the airport, it's very easy to see what people are doing.
Well, if you don't want people to see it, then don't hold it in a way that other people can see it.
You know, it's funny you bring that up. I was, as we were waiting for the plane, there was a girl, she had to be, I don't know, a teenager or something. And I watched what she was doing on social media, the way that like robotically she was moving her thumb, taking a picture of herself disappointed at the airport because we were delayed, then sent it, and then went to the next thing, then Instagram. And it's like, yo, someone needs to help her. She's in like drone mode now. She's not even thinking about what she's doing.
Because that means she has a routine. That's how she usually operates on her phone.
Yeah, it's like...
And I can say that because I was doing the same thing. I would open this app, check it, close it, go to the next app. And it literally was a routine every single time until I finally started taking these apps off my phone.
Alicia, you are wonderful. How are you feeling, by the way?
Oh, this was like in April of last year.
Well, you never know. Some people got a lingering cough.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
do.
like-
My cough lingers year round. I don't know what it is.
It's haunted me that long, this story. Like, I will never forget this. I will remember it forever. And it still sometimes, like, plays in my head and, like, was I in the wrong? But then, like, I hear other people's stories, and I'm like, no, absolutely not.
You were not.
No, you weren't.
Nope.
For what it's worth from us. Alicia, thank you for listening. We appreciate you turning your radio on.
Yes, thank you.
You have a great day, okay?
Thanks for calling.
You too. Yep, bye.
Bye.
Gary in Modesto, California. Hey, Gary.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Tell me,
Okay.
what is the most exciting part of your life right now?
Right now I am looking forward to retiring.
All right.
I'm
Good
talking
for you,
about-
my guy.
I've been behind the road for over 40 years, and in 8 months I'm calling it quits.
Hey,
Nice.
look at that.
I
Wait,
can't wait for retirement.
40, you got a long way
I've
to
been
go.
trying to retire
How
since
dare
I was
you.
16.
Hey, it comes fast. It comes fast. It comes faster than you realize.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Gary, 40 years on the roads, you've obviously seen a lot.
Definitely.
What's the dumbest thing you've seen someone do on the roads that you still think about today?
People getting on the highway, getting in front of me, and slowing down. I'm like, they do not know how to merge.
Yeah.
Right.
I've literally had people stop in front of me. I'm just like, are you killing me right now?
Yeah. It's, what is the most fun part of your job? Obviously, if you're doing it for 40 years, you must like something about it.
It's actually, I enjoy driving. It's been a really good job for me, you know, get out, see some things you normally wouldn't see.
What's the most beautiful place you recall seeing in your travels?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Northern California,
Oh,
up the coast, yes, by the water, beautiful, beautiful.
Gary, I'm just curious. I read an article a while back that said that truck drivers have noticed a decline in children in the back seat gesturing for the horn to be honked from truck drivers. You being on the road 40 years, have you noticed that decline?
A little bit. It's still pretty prevalent. I get all ages of kids wanting me to give me the honk sign. So,
Yeah, that's good.
it's
So they don't have their eyes glued to the screen then, not too much.
not too much.
Well,
There is that.
Hold on.
But yeah.
what an encouraging data point this is. Just when you think the world is going in a terrible direction, there is Gary, who's on the roads 40 years, claiming that it really hasn't declined, asking
good.
truck drivers to honk the horn. Jabo, I don't know if you're in the mood for anything or not.
What am I in the mood for?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you just want
I
to hear
mean,
something.
I'm gesturing right now. I'm not in the car,
I
but
get you. I get you.
I'm gesturing. Hey!
I'm so glad you were in the mood for that, Jabo. That was
Yeah.
exciting.
I think TJ was in the
Gotta-
mood,
gotta
and
have
he
it.
made me
Gotta have
ask.
it.
Kenny, how awesome was
Instead of
that?
just being
That was-
direct.
You're my favorite caller this
Yeah,
year.
that was great. Well, Gary, listen, one of the greatest honors is when a truck driver says they spend time with us in their truck. I know you have a million things to listen to, and you know everything that's out there. So thank you for turning on our show of all shows.
Yeah. Here's the thing. With you guys, I feel like I'm a part of all of your lives because I know so much about you. J-Bo with the new house, and Kenny getting married, and Heather looking for an apartment. So it's just like I feel a part of everything that you guys do. So it's been great.
Gary, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
We so appreciate connecting with you. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us.
It's been cool.
Yeah, and you keep being safe out there on the roads.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Bye. Bye. Yeah, we played back an impromptu interview. I had to ask our security guard, who we love, Thomas, what kind of cologne he's wearing, because Kenny kept talking about it. I was like, just ask the guy. He wouldn't do it. So something like this happened to you, Jennifer, in Toledo, Ohio?
I have a similar story. I have one where somebody asked me about the shoes I was wearing. I was in a real expensive part of Toronto, very poshy. It's $12 for your latte. And they loved my shoes. And I got to answer them Walmart.
Yes!
Hey!
That is so great.
That's a large victory in your life.
Sure was.
How much did you pay for the shoes? Did you tell them? Did they ask you?
Oh, it's Walmart. What was it, $6?
Yeah, your shoes cost less than their lattes.
Wow.
That's right.
That's so great.
What an
funny.
endorsement from Walmart, too. It actually reminds me, I was hanging around my father-in-law, and I see his shoes. I'm like, those are pretty cool shoes for a guy in his 70s. Where'd you get them? Costco. It was the Adidas ones.
Get out.
And those are a great price.
At one time, you used to boast in how expensive your things were, but then real life catches up, and now you boast what a great deal you got.
Yes, that's facts. Let me tell you something. It's funny. Like, I'll teach my nieces and nephews, buy the discount racks, go to the clearance section, and they'll do that. But they'll say, yeah, but I pay full price for this. Why is that a flex? And I remember doing the same thing when I was a teenager, and even in my 20s, I'm like, you pay so much for something, thinking it's a flex, something that's great. And then, like you said, life catches up with you and you're like, wait a minute, I got to pay bills. I got responsibilities. I need to save money.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jennifer, thank you for listening to our show. I know we're kind of new in Toledo. Haven't been on there for too long. It's awesome that you tuned in.
I was scanning and I heard the question and I said, I have a story for these guys.
Oh, so you don't even know who we are yet?
I don't. I'm really happy. I thought I was going to get a recording line.
Yeah. This is cool. Well, do you mind if I introduce ourselves?
Yes, please.
Okay. He is one of the finest broadcasters in the history of broadcasting. His name is Kenny. Kenny, say hello.
Hi. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Kenny.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you, Kenny.
She has, speaking of shoes, 130 plus pairs of shoes in her closet. One closet dedicated to shoes. Isn't that accurate?
Yes.
Anything else in there?
No.
Okay. Her name is J-Bo. Say hi, J-Bo.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, a woman who prefers to sit on her couch rather than going to work or really doing anything else in her life, Heather.
Hey.
Heather.
Yeah. And I'm TJ. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I had no idea this phone call was going to be so engaging. I was going to call and leave a recording.
Yeah. Have you noticed most other radio shows that they're not doing this, where they're picking up the phone and saying hi? Is that why you're so surprised?
Yes, absolutely. Completely. Yeah. I was completely caught off guard.
Yeah. Listen, seriously, you call us anytime. Anytime you want to chime in, you're always welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Later, Jennifer. Hey, Charles.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Doing great. Tell me, what is the most exciting part of your life right now?
Oh, the most exciting part of my life. Honestly, this is going to sound so cheesy and generic, but honestly, today is just a good day. I don't have anything too outstanding or crazy hanging over my head, and I've got a good job. I've got a vehicle that's not breaking down on me. My kids love me.
Hey.
Yay. Those are wins.
And
Charles, you just did an out loud gratitude journal. Hey, good for you for noticing I don't know that that's actually a list of simple things. Those are things that people are longing for.
Yeah, that's great.
But it's easy to convince yourself that that's a list of simple things, and you know that it's not. That how awesome is it? Today is a good day.
Right, and I don't take it for granted, that's for sure.
Now, is there
That's beautiful.
something? Yeah, is there something that has made you get to that place? Why do you feel that way now? Have you always felt that way?
Honestly, between my mom and some of the things I learned when I was in basic, you got to pick yourself up. You got to put your shoes on, tie them up, and just head out, no matter what's coming at you. And some of the things that you go through in life, people will never know about.
Yeah.
But you still got to push through it, and you got to find a way around it. And that's what I do. You know, I've got my own set of things in life that, you know, sometimes feels like they're trying to keep me down, and I just find a way to look at it and say, okay, if I can't change it, then I'm going to work with it or work around it.
You're going to plant your garden right where you are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Charles. And, you know, and I'm not sure exactly what you went through all those years ago or you're currently going through, but isn't it interesting how these horrific things that we have to navigate on this planet, it's not all bad. Like, it may be a bad thing, but there's this beautiful side of it where it gives you this perspective to enjoy your car, your nice drive to work. It's this weird gift in the midst of grief that is so valuable.
Yes.
Charles, we appreciate you sharing all that. Thank you for listening to our show. We know you have a million choices out there, and it's so great to talk to you.
Absolutely. You guys have a fantastic day.
You too, Charles. You take care of yourself.
All the best, Charles.
All right. Bye.
How are you, Shayna?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing very good. First time we talk to someone, we like to ask this question. What is the most exciting part of your life right now, Shayna?
Getting engaged and moving forward with the progress of getting married.
Hey, yo,
congratulations.
Somebody wants to marry Shayna. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, where'd you meet this guy and why is he so great?
I met him through a friend about 8 years ago, and it's the longest relationship I've been in, and the first time I've actually felt that it was right.
Oh,
No, that's so good.
isn't that the best feeling?
It really is.
Yeah. Tell me, like, one thing he does that just makes you so excited, or you're like, oh, man, I love when he does that. By the way, I'm taking note.
He will cook for me whenever I don't feel like it, and anytime I'm upset, he's always there to hold me and make sure I'm doing okay.
Ooh,
Aw,
okay.
great.
More questions. When he's holding you, like, what is he doing that makes you feel great or feel safe? Tell me more about that.
Caress me, caress my head, play with my hair.
Well, I mean, like, words. That's very cool too.
I mean, that's nice.
No, that's very nice.
Oh, okay.
What is the conversation? Where does it go? Where does he take it that makes you feel better?
Making me be reassured that he's not going anywhere and that I have him and that he's there to listen.
That goes a long
sweet.
way.
Do you worry that, like, he's going to abandon ship one day?
No, if he was going to, he would have already. He told me to begin with he wouldn't even marry at all again.
Oh, Shayna, well, you must be someone really special, first of all. And second of all, I can kind of relate to you. Sometimes I look at my wife and I say, you're not going to just abandon me one day, are you? And she's like, are you kidding me? I think things are good. And I was like, good. I know. I didn't think you were. I'm just checking. Because she's so
Right.
cool. It's like, right, Shayna, it's hard to believe. You're like, wow, you want to be with me? How great is this?
Right, exactly. What did I do so special?
Shayna, sometimes, I don't know if you can relate to this, J-Bo, but sometimes when times are tough or, you know, you're navigating something hard in life, you go to that special person, you're like, wow, okay, things can't be that bad because I have you.
Yeah.
And that is a gift.
Just a reminder that
Yes,
you're doing
sir.
life with someone who is on this, same team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes, Kenny.
TJ, the first thing she mentioned was he cooks for her. Does that inspire you to get into the kitchen?
Hello.
Well, I do have a hard time making things taste great because it requires a lot of attention to detail and you got to spend all this time.
Pause. TJ, you can do those things for other things in your life, which means you can apply those same skills to cooking.
Well, I'll have to try that out sometime.
Yeah, right.
I'll test that out.
We'll
Thank
see.
you. I didn't know that. All right, listen.
It's not too hard.
Shayna, we appreciate you listening to our show. Thank you for turning your radio on.
It's one of the only few channels I get that I actually like, and I came across it, and I don't ever change my radio station.
Hey,
That's awesome. That's great.
Shayna, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Have a great day, Shayna. You call us anytime.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day, too.
This is the TJ Show. Who's this?
Hi, TJ. It's Michael from Southern Oregon.
What's up,
Michael. What's happening, bro?
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Michael, I got a little surprise for you.
Okay.
We got your message earlier in the week. Here's this.
Hello, everybody. It's Michael from Southern Oregon. Just wanted to let you know my birthday's coming up in a few days. Bye.
So I wrote it down. We wrote down your birthday, and Kenny hit the streets today to get you your birthday present.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready to hear it, Michael?
Oh, wow. Sure.
So today's actually a special birthday.
Wow, whose birthday is it?
It's our listener, Michael from Southern Oregon.
Michael.
Happy birthday, Michael. Can I sing a little song for him?
Please.
Happy birthday to you.
How you doing there, Michael, on the phone? Can you believe it? Everyone's wishing you a happy birthday.
That's nice.
Happy birthday, dear Michael.
That's for you, Michael.
This is great.
Happy birthday to you.
That's love.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. He's going to love that.
Thank you. 5 years of men's choir.
Well, yeah, wait, we can't assume.
Yeah, it shows.
Did you love it, Michael?
Yeah, I loved it.
Let's keep going.
Do you happen to know what today is?
I do not know.
Michael, can you believe that he doesn't know it's your birthday?
I believe it. It's fine.
I'm sorry that happened.
Happy birthday. I hope you and your chickens are doing really well today. And whatever animals you have.
Yeah, no, you got a lot of them, Michael. Are you and your chickens celebrating your birthday today?
Yeah, sure are.
How does a chicken say happy birthday? Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Michael, allow us and all of those new fans to say happy birthday to you.
Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday, Michael.
Thank you.
Do you feel special, Michael?
I feel great.
Awesome. Good.
Happy birthday on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Michael.
You're welcome, Michael. I was like an hour on the street to get all those messages from you. So, yeah.
Thank you, Kenny, for all your hard work.
Thank you.
That's all Kenny wants.
Yep, this is the TJ Show.
Bye, Michael.
Bye, Michael.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.